Most people spend more time planning their summer vacation than planning their life. Isn't that interesting? They'll spend weeks deciding on a hotel, but won't spend an hour deciding on their future. But you're different. You're here because you understand that life doesn't just happen to you, you happen to life. Let me share with you 8 fundamental goals that, if pursued with discipline and passion, will transform your life in 2025. Now pay close attention, because what I'm about to share with you isn't just theory, it's philosophy. And philosophy, my friends, is more powerful than money, more powerful than circumstances, more powerful than all the excuses in the world. Goal 1, master your financial future. The first goal I want to discuss is taking control of your financial destiny. You see, I've often said that profit is better than wages. Wages make you a living, but profits make you a fortune. In 2025, you must commit to becoming a student of financial literacy. Here's what's fascinating. Most people work on their job, but not on their fortune. They work 8 hours a day on their job, but won't spend 8 minutes a day on their fortune. Isn't that interesting? Let me tell you why this happens. It's because we weren't taught this in school. They taught us how to work for money, but they never taught us how to have money work for us. So here's what you need to do in 2025. First, commit to saving a minimum of 10% of everything you earn. I know what some of you are thinking, but Jim, I can barely make ends meet now. Well, let me tell you something profound. If you can't do well with little, you won't do well with lot. The discipline starts now, not someday. Second, start educating yourself about investments. Read at least one financial book every month. Attend seminars. Find mentors who've already achieved what you want to achieve. Remember this, formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune. Third, develop multiple streams of income. Don't depend on just your salary. Start a small business on the side. Invest in stocks. Buy real estate. The average millionaire has 7 different sources of income. Isn't that fascinating? 7? How many do you have? Goal 2, transform your physical health. Now, let's talk about something equally important, your health. You see, some people take better care of their car than their body. Isn't that interesting? They wouldn't dream of missing an oil change, but they'll go years without a checkup. In 2025, you must make your health a priority. And here's why: everything else in your life flows from your health. Your energy, your productivity, your ability to think clearly, it all starts with taking care of this magnificent machine we call the body. Let me give you a simple formula for health that I've used for years. First, exercise for at least 30 minutes every day. Notice I said every day, not when you feel like it. Discipline weighs ounces, but regret weighs tons. Second, watch what you eat. You can't put low-grade fuel in a high-performance machine and expect peak performance. Third, and this is crucial, get enough sleep. Some people pride themselves on only needing 4 hours of sleep. Well, let me tell you something. You might be able to survive on 4 hours of sleep, but you can't thrive on it. Success demands energy, and energy demands rest. Goal 3, elevate your mind through continuous learning. The third goal for 2025 is about personal development. You see, here's what I've discovered. Your income rarely exceeds your personal development. Some people say, if I had more money, I'd develop myself. No, no, no. If you develop yourself, you'll have more money. Let me give you a challenge for 2025. Read 50 books this year. That's less than 1 book per week. But Jim, you say, I don't have time to read. Well, let me ask you something. If you read just 10 pages a day, how many pages would you read in a year? That's 3,650 pages. Do you know how many books that is? That's about 12 books. Isn't that fascinating? But don't just read anything. Be selective. Read books that challenge you. Read books that make you think. Read books that successful people read. Remember this, you are what you read, just as surely as you are what you eat. And here's another powerful idea. Start a study group. Find 3 or 4 other people who are committed to growth and meet regularly to discuss what you're learning. You see, success is not a solo sport. The more you share what you learn, the more it becomes part of you. Goal 4, build and nurture meaningful relationships. Now, let's talk about something that's often overlooked in goal setting: relationships. You see, success without strong relationships is like having a full bank account but no one to share it with. Isn't that interesting? In 2025, make it your goal to become a student of relationships. Learn to listen, really listen. Most people don't listen with the intent to understand, they listen with the intent to reply. Change that. When someone's talking to you, give them your full attention. Turn off your phone. Look them in the eye. Be present. Here's another powerful idea. Become a better communicator. Learn to express your thoughts clearly and effectively. You see, your ability to communicate will determine 85% of your success in life. Isn't that fascinating? 85%. And yet, how many people actively work on improving their communication skills? And here's something else about relationships. You become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So in 2025, take a careful look at your associations. Are the people around you lifting you up or pulling you down? Are they encouraging your dreams or feeding your doubts? Goal 5, create a legacy through contribution. The 5th goal I want to discuss is about giving back. You see, here's what I've learned. Success without contribution is empty achievement. Money without meaning is just paper. Position without purpose is just occupation. In 2025, set a goal to make a difference in other people's lives. Find a cause you believe in and support it, not just with your money, but with your time and talents. You see, when you give, you trigger what I call the law of reciprocity. The more you give, the more comes back to you. Not that you give to get, you give to grow. Let me share something powerful with you. The best way to feel good about yourself is to do something good for somebody else. Isn't that interesting? When you're feeling down, don't focus on yourself, go help someone else. It's almost magical how your own problem seems smaller when you're focused on solving someone else's. And here's another idea about contribution: start mentoring others. Share your experience. Share your wisdom. Share your mistakes so others don't have to make them. You see, success without a successor is failure. If what you know dies with you, you failed in one of life's most important missions. Goal 6, master your time and productivity. Now let's talk about something that's absolutely crucial: time management. You see, time is our most precious resource. You can get more money, but you can't get more time. Isn't that fascinating? We all have the same 24 hours, but some people accomplish so much more than others. Why? Because they've learned to master their time. In 2025, make it your goal to become extraordinarily productive. Here's a powerful formula I've used for years. First, plan your day the night before. Don't start your day until you've finished it on paper. Second, prioritize your activities. Not everything matters equally. Some activities are worth $10 an hour. Others are worth $1,000 an hour. Learn to tell the difference. Third, and this is crucial, learn to say no. You see, every time you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else. Every time you commit to a non-priority, you're taking time away from a priority. Remember this: successful people have learned to say no to good things so they can say yes to great things. And here's another powerful idea about productivity: work in focused blocks of time. Don't try to multitask. Studies show that multitasking reduces your productivity by up to 40%. Isn't that interesting? When you're working, work. When you're resting, rest. When you're with your family, be with your family. Goal 7, develop emotional intelligence and mental strength. The 7th goal for 2025 is about developing your emotional intelligence and mental strength. You see, success is 80% by psychology and 20% mechanics. You can have all the skills in the world, but if you don't have the right mindset, you won't succeed. Here's what I want you to do in 2025. First, become aware of your emotions. Learn to recognize what triggers your negative emotions and what fuels your positive ones. Second, develop the ability to manage your emotions. Don't let your emotions manage you. Remember this: he who conquers others is strong, but he who conquers himself is mighty. And here's something powerful about mental strength: learn to embrace difficulties. Most people wish life were easier, But what if life isn't supposed to be easy? What if the difficulties are there to make us stronger? What if the challenges are there to help us grow? Let me share something fascinating with you. Every successful person I've ever met has had to overcome significant obstacles. But here's the difference. They didn't see obstacles as stop signs. They saw them as stepping stones. They didn't ask, why is this happening to me? They asked, what can I learn from this? Goal 8, create and maintain balance. The 8th and final goal I want to discuss is about creating balance in your life. You see, success without balance is like a 3-legged chair. It might stand for a while, but eventually it's going to topple over. In 2025, make it your goal to achieve harmony in all areas of your life. Don't be like some people who succeed in business but fail at home. Don't be like those who have great careers but poor health. Remember this, the goal is not to achieve success in one area at the expense of others, but to create a life that works in harmony. Here's a powerful way to think about balance. Imagine your life as a wheel with 8 spokes: health, family, career, finances, spiritual growth, personal development, recreation, and contribution. If any of these spokes is significantly shorter than the others, your wheel won't roll smoothly. Your journey will be bumpy and uncomfortable. And here's something else about balance. It's not about spending equal time in all areas. It's about spending the right time in each area. Some seasons of life demand more focus on career, others on family. The key is to never completely neglect any area for too long. Bringing it all together. Now, let me bring all this together for you. These 8 goals: financial mastery, physical health, continuous learning, meaningful relationships, contribution, productivity, emotional intelligence, and allowance. They're not independent of each other. They're interconnected. Success in one area supports success in others. But here's what's crucial. You must take action. Knowledge without action is like having $1 million in the bank, but never writing a check. It's potential, but it's not power. Power comes from action. So here's what I want you to do right now. Take out your notebook. You did bring a notebook, didn't you? Write down these 8 goals. Under each goal, write 3 specific actions you're going to take in the next 90 days to move toward that goal. Remember this. Don't start 2025 with just hopes and wishes. Start it with clear goals and specific plans. Don't join the majority who are living lives of quiet desperation. Join the minority who are living lives of powerful inspiration. You see, success is not something you pursue. Success is something you attract by the person you become. And who you become is determined by the goals you set and the actions you take to achieve those goals. Let me share something profound with you. 5 years from now, you will be the same person you are today, except for 2 things: the books you read and the people you meet. So make 2025 the year you read the right books and meet the right people. The challenge. Now let me give you a challenge. For the next 90 days, commit to working on these 8 goals every single day. Not when you feel like it, not when it's convenient, but every single day. You see, success is not about doing extraordinary things. Success is about doing ordinary things extraordinarily well. And here's something fascinating about commitment. When you're truly committed to something, the universe has a way of organizing itself to help you. Opportunities appear. Resources show up. The right people come into your life. Isn't that interesting? But remember this, the time will pass anyway. 3 months from now, you'll be 3 months older. The question is, will you be 3 months better? Will you be 3 months closer to your goals? Or will you be right where you are now, still hoping, still wishing, still waiting for your life to change? The choice is yours. You see, that's the beauty of life. We get to choose. We can't choose our circumstances, but we can choose our response to those circumstances. We can't choose the cards we're dealt, but we can choose how we play those cards. Final thoughts. Let me leave you with this final thought. Success is not an accident. Success is not a matter of luck. Success is the natural consequence of consistently applying basic fundamentals. And these 8 goals we've discussed today, they're the fundamentals. You see, most people overestimate what they can do in a year and underestimate what they can do in 5 years. Don't fall into that trap. Start with these 8 goals. Work on them consistently. and watch what happens. Remember, life will pay any price you ask of it. If you ask for pennies, life will give you pennies. If you ask for dollars, life will give you dollars. If you ask for a fortune, life will give you a fortune. But you must ask. You must set the goals. You must take the actions. The difference between where you are and where you want to be is the actions you take every day. Not next week, not next month, not when the time is right. Every day. So make 2025 your year. Make these 8 goals your blueprint for success. And most importantly, make the decision right now to take action. Because in the end, it's not what you know that determines your success. It's not even who you know. It's what you do with what you know that makes all the difference. The opportunity is yours. The choice is yours. The future is yours. What are you going to do with it? Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. God bless.